So about 6 months ago, I reviewed the ATMOBLUE mask, and since that time, I've grown to really like this mask and also noticed some quirks about the mask that I wish they would improve on. Also, you guys share your thoughts and opinions. Where can I get this mask? How much does it cost to? What about the infamous XL valve at the bottom? What are they gonna do about that? Is that safe? Well, in this update 6 months later, I've got answers for all of that, including from ATMOBLUE from themselves. So let's get into it. All right, so 6 months later, I'm still using the ATMOBLUE mask, and like I said before, I still like this. But let's get to the questions that you guys have been asking. Number one, where can I get it? Because it seems like every time I look for it, I can't find it. Well, link in the description down below, of course, but they're back in stock and they're actually on sale. So those of you who have put in an order who are still waiting for it, well, it's on its way. And for those who want one, well, you can get one. All right, number two, the infamous XL valve. Now, this has been a lot of discussion when it comes to the ATMOBLUE mask. There's a little small XL valve at the bottom, and through some, I guess, counties, states, or whatever, an XL valve is illegal because, of course, in the time we're in now, you don't want to be breathing out if you have something. It's not really safe, right? So ATMOBLUE actually heard your heard your concerns and your questions, and they responded. Okay, so in their latest Kickstarter update, I think maybe it's not their latest, but in their November Kickstarter update, they actually provide a free 3D printed file, so you can print a 3D file plugin for the XL valve, right? Now, if you don't want to do that, the file is free. If you were to go to like a 3D printing house or something, you may have to pay whatever small charge there is just to, print out a little file plug that goes into here, a stylish actual fitting plug for that. But you can cover up yourself. You can use tape, putty, whatever it is, just to cover up the XL valve. So it'll address that immediately. Now you're probably asking yourself, okay, well it's an XL valve in the name of exhale. Does it affect my breathing? Well, the answer is no. And I thought the same exact thing, right? If I'm closing out where my breath is coming from, does that affect how I'm breathing? And it kind of sounds like that, but I tested it out. I closed it up. I didn't have a 3D printed file. I don't have access to that. But I closed it up and I did my thing, and to me, it felt no differently. And of course, I was kind of wondering, well, why even have an XL valve? Well, I'm not the one who designed this, but I can tell you it doesn't affect it. What ATMOBLUE did say is that by covering the XL valve, your exhale actually goes out through the vents. The filter's right here, so that's good to know. So number one, where can I get it? How much does it cost? Is it back in stock? And what about the XL valve? All of those things through the 6 months have been addressed by ATMOBLUE, and it just makes this even a more compelling product. All right, so what about my personal thoughts on the mask itself? Well, 6 months later, again, it's very tough, very durable. One of the main features that I like about it is that it actually brings air in, so I'm not suffocating like these other masks. And let's be real, your breathing is being affected by these masks, no matter how thin or whatever it is, paper, cloth, you're just kind of like, it's kind of like, it's pulling in. Your breathing is kind of limited, and I love how it pulls in air from the outside and just kind of has the experience just a little more airy and breathing and just more comfortable experience, right? Okay, yeah, so that's what I like about it. I like the idea, as you can see, I kind of changed my skin, so you have a different variety of stylized skins to switch for it. It doesn't have to be the same thing, so you can get that on the ATMOBLUE when you click on the link. You can see the different styles they have. Again, you can get the filters. I got my filters as well. The filters are really cheap now, right? And during this time, 6 months, I think I changed the filters only once. Now, keep in mind, I don't do a lot of heavy activity with this. All right, I just use this for A to B points. If I'm gonna go shopping or do some kind of airing, I'm using this. I'm out, in, and that's it. So I don't do heavy activity in this. For me, that's not, for me, I'd rather not use that for that. What else? I love the look. I get a lot of compliments or a lot of questions like, what is that? It's the ATMOBLUE mask. Wow, it looks really cool, right? It looks like something out of Cyberpunk. I'm just kind of walking around, and especially I like the Galaxy skin. It just, there's a style to it, there's a pop to it, and it gets a lot of attention. I get a lot of questions, and I just let people know, like, yeah, it's the ATMOBLUE mask, and I send them in that direction. Now, what are the things that I wish were better? Well, it is a bit, it is a bit of a bigger mask compared to other masks, and it does have some weight to it. But once you find, the spot on your head, then you really don't feel it because of where the pressure is being put. you really don't feel the weightiness of it. But you know, it's not a really light mask. But you know, for what it does, it kind of outweighs the cons. But that's something I wish they would improve on in the future if there are other iterations. Oh, and bonus, it was also in the ATMOBLUE update as well. The app is now coming out for the mask. So a lot of you guys asked questions as far as that. The app is coming very shortly. So yeah, so my overall thoughts about the mask, I still like the mask. Still stuff, sturdy, it still runs just fine. I like the option to change my skins, as you can see right here. There's different variety of colors, so depending on your taste, you can match your taste. The battery still works well. And yeah, it's just been really good. And well, can we be real for a second, right? Things are kind of, as of right now, we're in December, things are picking up again. So I'd rather be feeling safer and be safer than not, because things are gonna happen. So I feel like for me, this is a great investment, and maybe you want to notice how much of a good investment it can be for you. So yeah, so that's my final thoughts on the ATMOBLUE mask. 6 months later, I like it. I still like it. Enjoyed my decision on making this purchase, and I'll recommend the same for you, depending on your needs or whatever it is, stylish and all that stuff. All right, guys, that's my updated 6-month review, and updating all your dressed questions about the mask for the ATMOBLUE mask. Until next time, guys, learn, do, share. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.